What's up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for hanging out with me yet again. I am very pumped that you're here, and I'm really pumped because I have such a fun and exciting little mini haul today. I have a Walmart haul, but I guess the reason why I'm more excited is because finally, out where I live in a little suburb off of Dallas, and it's kind of like a little country town over here. It's up and coming, but our Walmart is so outdated. Sometimes when I'm watching other people's makeup hauls from Walmart, I'm like, oh my gosh, they have all the brands and all the new makeup, and I feel like we are so behind out where I live. But today I walked in Walmart and I saw like all the workers were taking stuff off the shelves, putting new stuff in the shelves, and we have some new products finally. So I was able to grab some brand new, hot new products, and I'm going to review them today and do a first impression. So if you are into this kind of a thing, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, consider subscribing and hanging out with me. I try to upload at least once a week for sure, sometimes two, just really depends. And if you are new here, hello, my name is Jess. I am a makeup lover, I am a people lover, and I aspire to truly inspire and leave you better than when you first came to this channel. I hope you know that you are valued and loved and so important in the world. And we get to play with makeup because I am a makeup obsessed woman. I love makeup so much. And so I want to be able to merge the two things, loving on people, loving makeup, and being able to encourage and inspire you, maybe leave you with a few different tips and tricks. I hope you truly leave this channel after you click out of here feeling a little bit better about your life and knowing that you are so valued. So, okay, enough rambling. Let's get into the makeup. Like, I don't have a ton of products. I had to pace myself. Everything that I review, you guys, is from my checking account. Okay, I take my dollars and I buy makeup to review for you guys. I will always be honest, no matter what. My integrity is everything to me, so I will always be honest. But I had to pace myself because also being honest, the money that I spend on here is also taken away from our family budget. So I had to like chill out. So some of these products are new, some of them are repurchased, so I'm very excited. Okay, so let's go in with primers. I have two brand new primers, one from e.l.f. and one from Wet n Wild. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this e.l.f. one seems like a limited, it must be a limited edition. I don't know, I've never seen this before. It is the e.l.f. Good Vibes Only Soft Velvet Primer. Now, it was a toss-up between this one and the new e.l.f. Power Grip, with the niacinamide, the one in the pink bottle. But I've just watched too many reviews on that specific primer, and everybody saying it is the exact same primer as the original Power Grip. It just has that niacinamide in it, which I love. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I thought we would try this one out because I haven't seen anybody talk about this one and I want to test it out. I also have this primer. So this is a new primer from Wet n Wild. This is their 5-in-1 Essence Primer Liquid. It's an essence primer. I don't even know. I mean, it's very liquidy. On the e.l.f. one, it's a soft velvet primer, peace, love, and prep and prime. Infused with sunflower seed oil, this velvety primer blurs pores for a poreless canvas. I love blurred pores. And features an amber scent that rewinds time. Okay, and then this one from Wet n Wild is a 5-in-1 Essence Primer Liquid. It's supposed to smooth, condition, refine pores, balance, prolong your makeup. Which one do I want to use? I suppose I can probably go in with both on one side and see which one I prefer. I have a new foundation, but it's not new. This is the reformulated L'Oreal True Match. I have loved the original for so long. I love L'Oreal foundations, so I already know this is going to be a good foundation. I typically don't try new primers with new foundations, but I feel like it's got to be just as good as the original. So I think we're going to go in with both. I think we're going to do both. On this side, this is what it looks like. I was not expecting that. It is definitely very liquidy. Oh, that totally smooth. It has almost like a powdery finish. I can definitely, and it does smell. It has heavy fragrance, but it's nice, but it's a lot of fragrance. It smells like straight up perfume. It reminds me of a perfume I wore as a teenager. Okay, I guess we're just gonna go straight into it. I'm not gonna go in with any other primers. We're gonna go in with this. Did it minimize my pores? I'm not seeing how it minimized my pores at all. Does it say that it minimizes your pores? I can't remember. For a poreless canvas. Let me add a little bit more. Sometimes pushing the primer into the pores helps to kind of minimize. And then this one says to shake well and apply evenly to the face and allow 1 minute to set before applying makeup. So let's do that. You can see it's definitely straight up liquid. It's like it's an essence. We're gonna go on this side with this, and then I'll be able to see which one I like more. I'm also gonna press that into the skin. This one has no fragrance. So right off the bat, I'm not seeing like anything crazy. I'm not seeing like any huge blurring going on, but I guess we'll see how the makeup wears. I'm gonna go in with our new foundation. I am in the shade W6 Warm Medium. I used to wear this, my sister and I used to wear this back in the day when we were teenagers on repeat. Loved this foundation. I will say this does have an excellent shade range. So it's a medium coverage liquid foundation that offers a skin-like finish and precise color match. The vegan formula is alcohol-free, oil-free, fragrance-free, and non-comedogenic. It has an easy-to-use pump, which I love. The original did not have a pump, which always made it so messy. You just had to like dump it all out and hope for the best. I love that it comes with a pump now, so that is great. It is made with up to 6 pigments for a most precise match, adapts to any skin color and texture, locks in moisture, 47 shades, suitable for all skin types, including sensitive skin. Okay, let's go into it. We're gonna go in with a sponge on both sides. I am just going to go in with a couple of drops. This side, starting with the side I applied the e.l.f. Okay, it's a little light. We can always make it work. Okay, so this is one side done. I would say it's more of a lighter coverage. It's like light to medium coverage because I can still see a lot of my dark spots poking through. Let me blend this side just so that it doesn't like sit on my face too much. By the way, it's been over a minute since that primer was on my face, so I followed the instructions. Okay, definitely light on me. I'm concerned that I'm gonna look gray, which is usually the case when I get a product that is like way too light for me. You'll notice on the bottles, it'll either say C with a number, N with a number, or W with a number. The C stands for cool, W stands for warm, and the N stands for neutral. So I made sure to get a warm foundation. I'm already looking gray, and this is supposed to have warmer undertones. Again, it just could be too light on me, but it should have like more warmth to it. When I look, can you see that? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's give it a minute. I'm gonna try to layer this up because I feel like I want a little bit more coverage, but your girl's looking deceased right now. I don't typically like the deceased look. Not into that. So it is buildable, which is good. Can you guys take me seriously with how gray I look right now? This is not giving any warmth. This is giving dead. This is giving dead. Let's forget the shade and the color of it. Formula, love the formula. I love how this is sitting on the skin. On this side where I put this Essence primer, it does look like there is some luminosity peeking through as opposed to this side with the e.l.f. Definitely just looks like it's more matte or more of that velvety finish. So I prefer this side over the e.l.f. side just because you guys know I like a very hydrating, dewy finish, but the primer underneath, I prefer this. Let's try to warm this up because we need to. I grabbed some oldies but goodies. These are the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealers. I love these. I have been out of this concealer for a long time, but I grabbed a deeper shade. These are not new because I wanted to use that to be able to sculpt. I am gonna go in, this is the shade Deep Chestnut, and I'm gonna use this just to give myself some bronziness to my skin. This is the warmth that I need and love. I love this color underneath here. And now we're gonna blend. Okay, I know I look crazy, but I'm gonna go in with concealer. I love this shade. This is like the perfect bronzing shade for me. It is the most beautiful, warm, like yummy color for me. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the same concealer, but in medium peach. That's gonna be too light. gonna be very light. That's light, that's way too light. I'm gonna do this on this side. We're gonna blend. Let's just blend and hope for the best. Way too light for me, but that's okay. I love the formula, but I'm gonna probably be gifting this to somebody. I'm just gonna try to blend everything out. I cannot take myself seriously with these under eyes, y'all. I really just wanted to play with the foundation and the formulas and the primers, so we're just going in. I need to figure out the under eye situation, but I am loving the way the foundation formula is sitting on the skin. I am loving the dark concealer. I'm gonna put on some brows. I have an oldie, but a goodie. This is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow. I am in the shade Neutral Brown. This is the best eyebrow pencil of all time. Okay, look nowhere else. It's the best pencil. I love it so much. It is so good. Let me just quickly throw on a brow. And I would like to take a second and remind you, if you would like to join and hang out with me more often on this little corner of the internet, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you hang out with me more often. Okay, let me quickly set my under eyes because I don't think I have anything. Oh, you know what? Let's go in with a cream blush, which I don't think I have any cream blushes that are new. I don't have any new cream blushes. I'm just gonna go in with this blush hour from Profusion in the shade Mai Tai. I'm going to press that in with a stippling brush. I'm not sure about the primer on this side. I feel like the blush hour sat really well on my skin on this side with the Essence primer, but the blush on this side kind of picked up some of that foundation. So it's gotta be a primer thing. Yeah, I'm just not sure about the Velvet primer. It's like picking up some of the foundation, and on this side, it's layering really, really beautifully. So, okay, so let's go into, what do I have next? I think that's all. I have a new lip, and that's all I have for new. I'm gonna throw on an eyeshadow really quickly. I just found this one in the abyss of my drawer. I forgot that I had this. This is the LA Girl Keep It Playful eyeshadow palette. I really like these tones. I forgot that I had this. So I'm gonna really not do anything crazy. I'm just gonna go into an eyeshadow look that is very neutral because the lipstick that I have is definitely on the bold side. So I grabbed it. So did you guys hear that the color of 2023 is magenta? Did you guys know that? The Pantone color of the year, which I think is such a fun color. So I bought this lipstick with the intention of doing like a full face of magenta, but we're gonna play with it today because I have it. And then that will be a future video. I'm just gonna pop this gold shade from the Desert Lights Flower Beauty palette just in the inner corner. And then just taking this middle shimmer shade, and I'm just gonna put that on the rest of the lid. And that really is it for the eyes. Okay, before we go into the lips, I do have a new mascara. This is the Telescopic Lift Mascara from L'Oreal. This has been a hot topic on TikTok. You guys, I am not going to dive into any of that drama. This is a drama-free channel. I am a drama-free person. I don't want to participate in any of that. I don't want to jump on any bandwagons, but I will say I have reviewed this over on IG, over on TikTok when it first launched, like days ago, days ago, before the drama ensued with this. I gave my initial thoughts on this mascara over on TikTok. You can go and check that out, and I hated it so much, but I continued to play with it over the past few days and weeks, and I kind of changed my mind about it. I do think it's a good mascara, but I will say it is messy and clumpy. That could have been because it was brand new from the bottle, so sometimes those formulas are very wet, but I prefer the original to this like 100 times over. But it is a good mascara. If you wipe off all of that excess, you are gonna get a lot. It's messy though. Look, I already got it on the top of my lid. You are gonna get really good volume with this. It's very black, and you do get very good length. The problem with this mascara that I noticed though is that when it's dry and you touch your lash, it is so bulky that it almost hurts. Like, I don't know if anybody else knows what I'm talking about. It dries to a very hard consistency. Like, It feels like you have little pebbles on your eyes. It's very, very thick. There is something in here that does make my eyes water and burn a little bit, which is concerning. But that being said, if you're looking for something with good volume and good length, you might like this. It does tend to get very clumpy though. I don't know, sounds like there's a lot more cons than positives with this mascara. Look, it's burning my eyes. There's something in it that burns my eyes. I don't know what it is. But the original, I feel like it is a no fuss formula. You put it on your lashes, it instantly separates, it instantly lengthens, but it's just such an OG good one that, I don't know. I don't think this is as good as the original. There's a lot of drama surrounding this. But like I said, the original is better. Let's get into some lips. So I don't know if this is new, but it's new to me. This is the Milani Understatement Lip Liner, but I have never really tested out a Milani lip liner before. I know a lot of people love them. So let's go into it. This is in the shade 210 Magenta Mood, and it is a retractable pen. And then I also picked up a favorite. I love these lipsticks from Milani, the Color Fetish, and this one is in the shade Fleur. Okay, very pigmented. Okay, my first impressions of these, very creamy, but they slide quite a bit. So they're not very stiff, so take your time because they kind of can slide where you'll, you know, kind of make a mess if you're not careful. Okay, let's go in now with the lipstick. I already know that I love these so much. The Color Fetish lipsticks from Milani are some of the best, but I don't have like any bold lipsticks like this. So there's a difference though, you guys. I've shared this on my channel before. Let me see if I can find it. These are more of like a bomb. Okay, I don't like these. They slide around, they're not as pigmented. These are a mess. Original Color Fetish, and you can tell because the component is thicker than the bomb one. So just keep that in mind. There's two kind of formulas. These are better. Oh yeah, I like that. Like instant color payoff, so good. I mean, this is so good. This is so good. The lip liner, you guys, I don't know if it's like bleeding and like smearing, but I don't feel like I went that high on my lip. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have to fix it, but now I'm gonna have like ginormo lips. Like I didn't really overdraw, and I feel like it's super overdrawn now. Hold on. Yeah, I like these, but I just feel like they are kind of almost too creamy. I love this lipstick. I love this shade. This is so good. I'm gonna be using this like on repeat. I can already tell. Let me add a little bit of shadow to my under eye. Before I put on some mascara, let me set my under eyes because that's important to do. Okay, you guys, that is the completed look. I don't have to break everything down for you because I will tell you that I liked everything. I liked everything. I will say I'm a little on the fence. I'm gonna have to continue to play with the e.l.f. Good Vibes Only Soft Velvet Primer. It's fragranced. I don't typically like a lot of fragrance or any fragrance. If we can avoid fragrance altogether, I prefer that. I'm just not sure that it did anything like spectacular. I feel like my foundation is a little bit more splotchy on this side compared to this side. This side looks way more smooth. I can definitely see like where my blush picked up. I can only say that it's the primer's fault because I did everything the same on this side, and this side looks so good and so smooth. So I'll have to continue to play with this. It's probably the only thing I will say that was kind of like meh. So there's that, but this I think I love. I love how my skin is looking on this side. It looks so smooth. My pores are almost invisible. Nothing is splotchy. So I really, really, really like this. I will continue to play with it. And everything else, you guys, I love. I love everything. This foundation, love this foundation so much. I wish I would have got a better shade, but I will say now that it's sat on my skin, again, I have to go outside and see if I look gray, but I love this so much. I might go pick up a deeper shade just to help with all of that, but the formula is good, just as good as the original, if not better. Love it. And that is that, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful. If you've been looking at any of these products, I hope that this video was helpful so that you can make an informed decision for your makeup kit. And I just want to remind you, if nobody's told you today, man, there is such purpose for your life, so much purpose for your life. I hope you step into it. I hope you take the risk, whatever it is that is on your heart. I hope you know that you have the backing of a creator who is for you, who is with you. There's no obstacle that can form against you that will ever prosper over your life. I hope you know that. God bless you, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.